Okay, so I call this meeting of the Kennedale Independent School District to order. The record show that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and a notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Opens Meeting Act, Texas Governance Code, Chapter 551. And first thing we will do is that we will have roll call. And Ms. Felicia Moody.
Here.
Mr. Sean Glovier.
Here.
Ms. Maria Douglas.
Here.
Ms. Maria Cruz Perez.
Here.
Mr. Esteban Cerda.
Here.
Daryl Owens is here. Ms. Debbie Gomez will be with us shortly. Okay, so next on the agenda is public comments on the agenda items. Mr. Cerda, do we have anyone that signed up to give any comments on the agenda items?
No, we don't.
We do not. So, no ones. Thank you. Since there's no one that has signed up for any agenda items comments, you will then go to section 4, which is for the May 6, 2023 election, school board and bond election. And section 4A, I will turn this part over to Mr. Glovier.
Okay, so, first up, Mr. Owens. In the name and by the authority of the Kennedale Independent School District, this is to certify Daryl Owens was duly elected for purposes of the May 6, 2023 election pursuant to the Certificate of Unopposed Candidates issued on March 28, 2023, canceling the election that was scheduled to be on May 6, 2023. In testimony whereof I have signed my name and caused the seal of Kennedale ISD to be affixed this 9th day of May, 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And Ms. Moody.
Yes, sir.
It's going to sound real familiar. In the name and by the authority of Kennedale Independent School District, this is to certify that Felicia Moody was duly elected for purposes of the May 6, 2023 election pursuant to the Certificate of Unopposed Candidates issued on March 28, 2023, canceling the election that was scheduled to be on May 6, 2023. In testimony whereof I have assigned my name and caused the seal of Kennedale ISD to be affixed this 9th day of May, 2023.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Secretary. That being completed, we now go to section 4B, which is to administer the oath of office. Again, I go to Secretary, Mr. Glovier. So, should we stand and Ms. Moody and I?
Okay.
Go down front.
Yeah.
Get another picture. Are we gonna take pictures as a group?
Miss Moody, would you like me to take a picture? I don't have my camera.
Oh, the
Audience. Our pictures.
Okay. All right. I state your name.
Daryl Owens,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly
I have not directly
or indirectly paid, offered, promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute any money or thing of value, or promised any public office or employment for the giving or withholding of a vote at the election at which I was elected or as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation, whichever the case may be. So help me God. Thank you. Oh.
I knew it wasn't 5. She wrote, I thought it was 5. I'm like, it's not 5.
Ms. Moody.
Yes.
Tired, y'all.
Can't
I
sit
don't know how
yet.
to lie.
Sunburn.
Thank you very much. We never do these. Thank you. Welcome back, sir.
Well, thank you.
Welcome back.
It's nice to be back.
Takes us to 4C. I don't know if you want Mr.
Yeah, wait till they get back. No, not a problem. That takes us to section 4C. And 4C is the consideration and approval of a resolution canvassing returns and declaring the results of a bond election held on May 6, 2023 by the Kennedale Independent School District. Okay. So,
You have a motion?
tax registration canvassing returns.
Need a motion?
I think you have the resolution.
Mr. G, I think that would probably be you then.
Do you need to
All right.
make a motion?
So, let me get to the resolution real quick. All right, there we go. So, don't have to read it. Okay, so the resolution, because it has the votes in the resolution, does not have to be read out loud. All you have to do is make a motion to adopt the resolution, so.
I move to adopt a resolution canvassing the returns and declaring the results of a bond election held on May 6, 2023 by the Kennedale Independent School District.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Villagomez and seconded by the entire board. All in favor, let it be known by the sound aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries unanimously. Thank you all for all your time and effort. The election that we just had, 3 of the 5 propositions passed, A, B, and I believe it was D. Yes.
A, B, and D.
A, B, and D passed.
About $98 million worth of bonds passed, and out of the 106,150, and 93%. So our rate was very high. And in general, I think the bond passage at this point in time for school districts was pretty positive. So I would like to recognize Mr. Jim Glove here, his efforts. You spearheaded an effort to sit there and get the words out and educate our community, and we appreciate everything you did, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so now for the other items that are on our agenda tonight, we now go to section 5, which is discuss and consider approval of the procurement method for the baseball and softball complex project.
We switched these. Ms. Mode is on her way. She had the wrong time as well.
Okay.
So, and we'll have Mr. Adams come down and do,
Sure, we'll go to section 6, discuss and consider approval for the purchase of a customized serving line for JAA Early Childhood Center.
Of course, you know the serving line at JAA was built for 5th and 6th graders. Now they're gonna be pre-K and pre-K, K and first graders. So we're having to lower the rail and lower the whole thing. The district received 4 proposals to do this. We have chosen, or we're recommending Supreme Fixture Company Incorporated for a total of $134,515.53.
And what we plan on doing with we're gonna reuse the line that comes out of Arthur?
They're taking a bunch of the stainless steel that's in the line, and they're gonna use it in the new line. So it's,
Yeah, okay.
when we originally started talking about this 2 or 3 months ago, it was like $220,000 to do it, so.
I like this number much more.
One serving line.
Yeah. I mean, stainless steel is expensive stuff,
Yeah.
so.
Well, that's good, we can repurpose them.
Right.
Absolutely. I have no idea.
Any questions? I mean, they've got the 4 quotes. This is the one that they're making recommendations for.
It's the lowest, and we have worked with this company before, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the lowest bid,
Yes, ma'am. By approximately $500.
cheaper than anybody.
I mean,
Okay,
Oh.
awesome. Any additional questions by anyone for Mr. Adams regarding the project?
I have a question, but it's not about this. I'll ask later. I'll ask you later.
okay.
No.
Well,
In that case, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the purchase of a new serving line for the JAA Early Childhood Center and using Supreme Fixture Company Incorporated as the recommended vendor for the project.
Motion by Mr. Glovier
Second.
and seconded by Ms. Douglas. All right, all in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sign aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Adams. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. So, you ready, Ms. Mo? All right, so we'll go back to 5, where we discuss and consider approval of the procurement method for the baseball and softball complex project.
Do y'all have any questions? There's not a whole lot of conversation around this. We've already hired Reliance Architecture. They're finalizing up the specifications. They'll be here at the next board meeting for you to see them. We just, before we put it out on the street, we have to have the method of procurement approved by you. So we normally go with the sealed bid or proposal, and that's what we'd like to do this time again. So that's all we're asking for today.
A sealed bid proposal procurement
Yes,
process.
yes, to go out to find the builder for it.
Construction company.
Construction
Just like
company.
we've been doing. So Robert had to be at another board meeting tonight, but he couldn't be here, and he apologizes, but, this is the method that we've been utilizing and what we want to stay with, so.
Okay, well, this will go along with the question I was gonna ask later. So when you say go out and find a company, this is the company that we've already secured as the architect.
Yes.
Now we have
Yes.
to go out and find a company to do the actual build.
Yes, they're the, Reliance is who drew all of our plans that you approved.
Right.
They showed you the schematics and stuff. Now we're to that point, they've finalized everything, done the grading and all, checked everything. So now we're ready to put that bid out on the street to find a construction company to do it for us. And we want to do it by a sealed, competitive sealed proposal is the correct terminology there.
It's the
on
same
that.
thing we did with ABG with the Arthur project, and same thing that we did with Brooks with the cement project.
That Huckabee wrote those plans, and Reliance has done this set.
Okay, so for anyone who might watch this,
Uh-huh.
for clarity,
Uh-huh.
the sealed bid means, because this is gonna come up with the bond, it's already, people are
Yeah.
already asking me, how are you gonna figure out who's gonna get the contract? So I want it to be perfectly clear, the process.
What this is for is to, for approval to put the bid out.
Okay.
For people to bid on it, and it's the specifications, they'll get the specifications, and then they'll put their bid together, return it to us in a sealed proposal, and then we will open it, and there will be a committee that will review the various, hopefully we get a lot of builders, but you never know. We only
Right.
had 2 for Arthur. But depending on how many people turn in a bid, then we'll review those, and then we'll make our recommendation from there.
And I want to be very, very clear, it's competitive sealed
Correct.
proposals, not
Yeah.
competitive sealed bids, competitive
Proposals.
sealed proposals, which is what we are
Yeah.
asking for.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm vibrating.
bid's kinda
There is
gone
a
out.
difference.
Yes, thank you, Mr. D, for explaining that, in case anybody's watching.
And I apologize for being late. In my mind, I was early. And I didn't think it was till 6
You weren't
o'clock.
alone.
You're fine.
All right, good deal.
Thank you, Ms. May.
Thank you for your
All right, thank you.
consideration.
All right, so no more questions from Ms. Moe. So,
Make a motion to approve competitive sealed proposals for the procurement method used for the KHS baseball and softball complex project.
motion by Ms. Cruz Perez.
Second.
And second by Mr. Esteban Cerda. Got in there tonight, all right. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion passes unanimously.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Glovier.
I move to adjourn this meeting and get up out of here.
I second that.
I approve that. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Hey, what time?
All right.